So last time we left off, I believe you were on day 3 or 4 of a 4 or 5 day trip. I think it was 4
can't
days.
remember exactly at this point.
I think it was a 4-day trip across the sea, and I'm pretty sure you're on day 3. Each of the days hosting. Each of the days since you left, Velena was trying to constantly cause Gareth to become seasick, and instead, even though he's still paranoid about what the hell she's trying to plot, he's only kept his mind off the fact that he's trapped in a giant, vast nothingness of water.
Right.
Xena's been getting her sea legs back. The newest crew member has been proving somewhat useful and making her feel nostalgic at the same time, using some old lingo. Theobald's been fine, and Giselle is still keeping an eye on the new guy, but is otherwise seemingly doing fine as well. Meanwhile, as previously mentioned, Velena is still being extremely schemish, and nothing succeeds.
Right.
You keep doing Constitution things on a barbarian. If Constitution ain't number 1, it's at least number 2 for a barbarian for high stat. You're jumping up the wrong muscular man's backside. In fact, what is his number 1 and number 2? It's been a while since I actually looked directly at the stats.
I would assume his Constitution would be.
His Constitution and Strength are the same. They're both 16. I'm willing to bet one of them was 15, and we put an extra point into it during one of the level ups.
Right.
So, with that being said, third day, your second to last day on the sea. The next day, you should be finally hitting the far side to Arcania, to whatever village it is that you're supposed to be reaching. For a reason, actually, that's another weird thing too, is that there's random villages and so forth scattered throughout, mostly on the border against the sea, but people don't seem to really name the villages over there. Maybe it's kind of a clan thing, you're not sure, but as far as you're aware, outside of anyone on the coast, the rest of it is just wildlands.
You know, the thing that's really weird about like it doesn't feel like it's been that long since we played, but at the same time, I've like completely lost my train of thought for this campaign.
It's been 3 weeks.
I think the other problem is last session, not much actually happened other than us just dicking around on the boat. So I think that's
dicking
why
around the boat and also finding loot.
It's kind of like, wow, just drifting in the ocean actually makes you forget what the fuck's going on.
So in other words, Azira's enjoying herself, but she's suddenly kind of getting a little loopy.
What was I doing?
I can just picture Velena going, for the first time ever, I am not alone in this insanity.
Someone strike up the Paranoia song by Green Day in the background.
Right. Anyways. So I guess what would be Velena's third attempt?
I take it everyone else is just doing the usual thing. We did get past breakfast, I believe, last time.
Yeah, I think my character's just kind of like keeping an eye out for anything interesting happening. Are we supposed to be on the regular screen instead of the boat?
I thought I dragged it over. I did drag it over to the regular screen, yeah. I did purposely drag it over there. I might be getting something ready soon. That's just why it also took a little extra setup time.
Okay.
Okay, now I know what she's gonna do. Velena's gonna go to Garroff, right?
Okay.
And she's gonna start pointing out, no, first she's gonna ask, Garroff, would you mind taking in this scenery with me?
Taking in the scenery with me?
Yeah.
He kind of blinks, Just kind of looks around in all directions, like, can't you just take it in enough already? Shrugs and goes, okay.
And she
Still
starts
thinks you're
pointing
being
out.
really loopy. What are you doing?
So she's gonna point out, look at the way the sun colors the sea as it tosses and turns up and down, up and down. Look at that island far in the distance. It's coming further, a speck, a speck, a speck.
And you just realize Geralt's like, what island? There's no island there. What are you talking about?
Constitution check. He by the way more than passes a 21.
He didn't quite roll a natural 20, but
Yeah,
damn near. And he's just kind of raising an eyebrow and just crossing his arms now. Actually, I'm going to roll intelligence check and see if he tries to actually get what you're trying to do to him now.
I get to roll a deception on that one, I guess.
Sure. Roll a deception.
Deception versus intelligence.
Oh, wow, they changed the... No, they didn't. Okay. Just took a while to load. That's
He's got -1, so you got something for this intelligence roll for you. If he rolls high in the 20. As you're doing this, you see him slowly cross his arms. His eyes slowly narrow at you. You're trying to do something funny to me, aren't you?
I don't know what you mean. And she just walks off. And then she goes back to the cabin and you hear another breaking. It's like, ah!
as he hears the distant scream,
that!
as he hears the distant scream and the smashing of yet another plate,
No,
he
it's still
can't. He
River.
cannot hide the fact that he's just realized what's happening and smiles.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember what her plan was. So I already mentioned this to Giselle before, but well, like I just kind of look at her and go, "We really have to get her laid."
I not as thick as you dumb I am.
Because I remember me and Giselle were like, we have to get her something because this is getting stupid.
So Giselle's just kind of, but yeah, I was right next to you after seeing yet an outburst in the cabin. Kind of looks back to Azina. She really does need something to help her relax.
It's something that's not skulls.
Yeah, I don't think the skulls do it for her. And looks back to the cabin.
Yeah, I go, those are definitely the wrong kind of bone.
The normally emotionless rogue suddenly snorts and just nonchalantly puts a hand over her mouth. She refuses to verbally go there, but you know she's basically fighting back a laugh.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So I take it the rest of the day goes as planned.
Unless we get an encounter, which I'm kind of surprised nothing's happened.
So actually, here's the thing. Does anybody have a spyglass?
That's like one of those scope things, right?
Yep.
Wow, I cannot believe I didn't think of getting one of those.
Yeah, I was wondering
Then
about
again-
that, but I guess it never came up.
Well, you know, part of the thing is even though she's previously been on the sea, this is the first time Azina's actually been the captain.
Right.
All right. So
She kind of used to just be like a cabin boy and then like a regular sailor on her previous ship.
well, as the day carries on, when you get to lunchtime, everyone has a lunch. Not too long after that, Roger does his usual thing, usually near the early afternoon where he climbs up where a crow's nest normally would be. Your boat's not too big enough for a crow's nest on the top of the sail, though. And he starts having a look around. You notice he's up. He kind of looks behind you guys for a little while, kind of just shrugs it off again, and after a few more minutes, checks back that way, and then you just kind of see this look on his face as he urgently starts climbing back down and immediately comes to you, Azina. Captain, I think something might be tailing us.
I go, oh, and I ask him to point it out to me.
He walks up to the back of the cabin with you, and after a few moments of peering around, he finds a spot again, and he points out off in the distance to a little bit to the, you're essentially heading east, so a little bit to the northwest of you, there's a brown dot that's slowly getting bigger with each passing wave. Obviously, whatever it is, it's must be a boat because it's getting bigger, and it must also have a lot more sails than you to be catching up so quickly.
Right. Okay. I quickly get the attention of Conrad, our navigator, and I ask him if he knows if there's anything we can do to get the boat to move faster because somebody's following us.
He kind of looks around and like, go faster? And he just basically looks at the one sail and then looks around and it's like, unless we can build another sail right now, Captain. There's like, we're out in the middle of open water at this point.
All right. I yell, attention, everyone.
I will say that it doesn't take much to get Geralt, Theobald, and Giselle to kind of pay attention to you. Especially since there's probably already a little bit of earnest urgency in your voice.
Right. I go, it has come to my attention that we appear to be being followed. So, everybody be ready for a fight if they catch up to us. I kind of...
Conrad and Gunther kind of like nod and start trying to make sure, first of all, that they're on the right track still for where they're going, and then just try to make sure there's nothing else that they need to do, as well as arming themselves.
Yeah, I asked Roger to get like the crossbows ready for them.
Roger nods, and matter of fact, as he's loading up some crossbows, he makes sure to align his belts and stuff with some extra arrows just in case or extra bolts just in case he might need them. Actually, here's a good question. I have one more item. Actually, I just happened to think that I might need. I'm gonna see if I can do a quick search for it. Oh yeah, there's stuff for it. Okay, that should be no problem. So I'm gonna say you obviously you're gonna keep trying to go as fast for as long as you can, but you're not gonna be able to pick up any speed.
Right. There's no way to like utilize the wind in a way we're not already.
Yeah,
Well,
there's like maybe little minor tweaks you can do to the wind, but it's only gonna be minor tweaks. So it's not gonna be enough speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you do have oars, but again, the oars are not gonna help unless you can like really shove off like the bottom of the water or something.
I mean, they should be able to make us go a little faster.
It'll be a little bit, but it's the speed that this thing is catching up, and in a matter of minutes of looking back, you can see the dot even more clearly.
Yeah, so we're better off just being prepared for a fight than tiring ourselves out trying to row faster.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Note to self: get spyglass.
All right.
You know, that's the second time we've kind of got out in the middle of the water, and I realized I forgot something. Because the first time was the fishing rods. The fishing rods the first time.
Fishing rods the first time. Alright, I'm quickly setting up the rest of this here. I just made sure I had icons ready in case we need them. We're going to need them now. I wasn't going to say that we're guaranteed to have something happen today, but I'm gonna say that's a pretty sure thing at this point now. So, over the coming minutes, you see the dock get bigger and bigger. You see a ship with at least 3 sails on it. So this is a normal sized ship compared to what you're used to on this little boat. You see that the thing doesn't have any cannons on it. They must have gotten rid of them or just didn't have the money for them. But they do seem to be prepared for something because you do see a guy near the front already swinging with a rope and hook as if they're planning to possibly grab your boat and pull it in.
I kind of eye them, and I loudly say, "There's something I can help you boys with." trying to make sure they understand that I see what they're trying to do, and see if I can talk out of this possibly.
As you try to start talking to them, I will say that the middle mast immediately starts raising a black flag of their own.
A pirate flag.
Yep. The black flag that you see coming up is 2 crossed swords, with a I want to say with a well, something a little more interesting. 2 crossed swords with like a falcon in the middle.
Okay.
So it's not like it's a standard. This is a particular group out here, but it's not your usual.
I had a thought,
Okay.
and I don't know if we have enough time to pull this plan off.
Actually,
But
did Valena even come up when I started making a racket, or is she still...
The player never said. So did Valena come up?
Yeah, she came up, but she's trying to look all innocent, like nothing happened between her and Graf.
just
But
nothing happened. Nothing happened.
yeah, and so my plan is, like, she has alter self, right? She can turn to aquatic form. Is it possible that she can swim over with the speed they're going on that ship and try to force an anchor drop, or try to put a hole in their ship and let it sink?
Let me see the details on that spell.
Alter self. All right, I'll copy it.
I'm guessing they didn't respond to my attempt at hailing them.
We'll check this idea first because I just want to make sure that Valena is trying and headlong into something that's not going to work. Because I want to know the specifics of the spell, because it might be that you might not be able to do anything with that. At least not in the way that you're planning to do something. We'll see.
Well, I could use alter self as one spell and use another spell to try to sink it or something.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm wondering though, is do you need to actually keep focus on that spell or not? Because if you do, you can't really usually do another spell at the same time.
Let me look at it. Is it concentration?
Yeah. Concentration.
Yeah, it's concentration up to 1 hour.
So yeah, you can't be casting that and then cast a spell to, say, throw a fireball into their hull.
Okay, what about dropping their anchor and forcing it on the ground?
You probably have to actually get up on top of their ship.
You would have to get on their ship in order to pull it down, because just climbing up the side of their boat and yanking on it isn't going to do anything. They usually lock the mechanism on the boat itself.
Oh, do we have anything explosive on board?
No.
No. We should have invested in a cabin.
We didn't have the money to get a cannon. It was too expensive.
Okay, so I'm just trying to think.
Most of the artillery we that would have been useful, we could not afford. I'm gonna do something, but so if they're not responding to me,
I'm trying to fix something here. I added a thing and it's not done the right there. I think. Oh, there we go. Map player. There we go.
Let's see, where's...
Okay. Yeah, and I think.
Oh wait, I just remembered. I have magic missile, right?
I believe most wizards do.
Yeah, I do. And can I aim that anywhere?
Like, I don't think blasting attack spells before we're actually in combat is really a good idea.
Okay.
Although I had a thought, like, it comes down to whether or not they even responded to me yelling at them.
So you basically just yelled at them, "Hi there, can we help you with anything?"
Kinda. I said, yeah, more of a haughty. I said it in more of a haughty way than that, but I don't know if you want me to roll like a charisma check or anything, or I also don't know if they can even understand me. So
I'm gonna say that they understand you. But all you see right now is the one guy up front, and he doesn't really respond right now because he's kind of busy. And matter of fact, as you shout this to them, the boat just finally gets close enough. I'm gonna roll for this. Roll. Oh. You see the first attempt of the hook and rope, and just splashes a couple feet away from your boat, but he quickly starts pulling it back up and starts swinging it again, getting ready to try and grapple your ship.
I'm gonna use a cantrip.
Okay.
I'm going to try to fuck with this guy mentally. I'm going to use minor illusion to make him see an image of himself impaled by a sword floating in front of him.
Okay.
I don't I'm just trying to like throw him off balance or something, because
Basically trying to spook him with some sort of mental imagery.
yeah, like everybody would be able to see this image just floating there because that's how minor illusion works. But if these guys are like some of the other people that aren't used to dealing with magic, it might freak him out.
Let me check really quick. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's one of these guys. So he doesn't have a negative, but he's not gonna be great either. So you basically just pop an image of him being with a sword sticking out of his gut right in front of his face.
Yeah.
Let's see what his reaction is. Oh wow. Yeah. You actually pop that image right in front of him. You just see you see him instantly drop the hook and go, "God service," and just runs back into the middle of the ship. You hear another piratey voice, "Ye coward!" A smack as someone else comes trotting up to the front. Just looks at the weird image, raises an eyebrow, and grabs up the hook and starts getting ready to try and swing at you again.
I ordered my crew to open fire.
Okay. What's the armor for the boat again?
I think it was
15.
But I meant to try and shoot the guy with the hook.
No, I'm talking about the guy with the hook is trying to hook you though, just as you're shooting him too. Okay, that was a miss by inches. This guy's almost got you. And you tell the shipmates to open fire.
Yeah, that includes like my part of the actual party members. Because like these guys are clearly looking for a fight. They didn't respond to me, and they keep trying to hook my ship. I'm not gonna just sit here and wait.
All right. So actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring us over to the actual map, and I'm going to
initiative.
We're going to have the initiative once we get you all on the map. I have to set up what all you can see at the moment.
Okay.
I have to switch a few things around. Map level, so I can pull this out. Thank you. That's not happening at the moment.
I do like that I scared the shit out of one of them.
Smack, you idiot. Alright, Actually, in fact, since you're not hooked yet, I'm gonna say we're gonna do this for you guys as well. Gonna pull you all away a little bit. And we're gonna have this one be the one that cowered away. You're only gonna see two guys so far on the map. The one that ran away and the one that's currently trying to swing a hook at your direction for the boat. And with that, ta-da.
Well, that's a big pixelated boat.
She's a big one.
Question for Ozzy or Ozina.
Yeah.
You want to take this boat and steal it?
That depends on what condition it's in after we kill them.
So in other words,
So
you
what do you
can't
have?
dump fry it.
Huh?
I think that house are you. Zerf?
Yeah.
We didn't catch what you said.
So do you think we can take it?
No, I said it depends on what condition it's in after we kill all of them.
So no sinking the ship?
Probably not if we don't have to.
Polina just snaps her fingers.
Ah, shucks. I'm trying to think. What ship was I thinking this was going to be anyway? It's not.
Assuming it.
I think this is technically like a gunboat. Yeah, this one's that would take a little bit of damage.
I was gonna say I thought it was I was gonna say like maybe it's a galley.
I think a galley would be a little bit bigger, maybe, but it's hard to say. I would have to double check all that. Either or. It's a much bigger boat than you're used to. This technically your guys' is a. Is your guys' a medium? I thought it was a small.
I think it's not quite as small because it's it's big enough to have a cargo. Like I think small would really just be like a passenger boat. Ours is
but
big enough to not be.
Yeah, technically yours is a medium boat.
Right.
So that
I'll
would
be
be
right back.
that would be like a large, and anything bigger than that would be like a giant, I guess.
Galley, 20 feet wide? I suppose, yeah, it's something closer to a galley without any weapons attached to it.
Zareth went AFK.
Alright.
I don't know if you heard him.
No, I did not. Well, anyways, while we're waiting for him, we do need to start rolling initiatives. NPC initiative 1.
You do need to bring the clock up, though.
Yes, I will in a moment.
I got a whopping 18.
And I'm back.
Hello, we're rolling initiative.
All right. Just roll initiative.
Yep.
All right.
Let's take turns trying to get each other.
Yeah, I was just taking out my contact lens. It was really bothering me.
Ah. That's better
where's
to remove them
initiative?
temporarily than to have them pestering you the entire time. Alright.
Right.
Descending order. Theobald got the
Yeah.
suckiest roll.
You only rolled for one of the enemies.
Yeah, the one is cowering, the other one's the only active one at the moment.
Okay.
Just constantly trying to hook the boat. So you're all trying to murder him. You're all trying to murder hobo him. Geralt gets to go first today. He has one ranged thing. Heavy crossbow away. Uh, 14 to hit with a maximum 12 damage. I think that might just hit the guy.
If he's not wearing any heavy-duty armor, that's probably a hit.
I think it was probably just up to his armor class. Actually, I think I have all the armor classes on them, right? Oh, I thought I did. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, that just hit him. That hit his armor class. You hear a yelp as Melee the Barbarian's first shot just pierces his hip. Oh, your son's a whore!
Special Garrett, I don't have a son yet.
Fuck you, you little liver coward! Oh.
Hey, we're almost trying to hook a boat instead of talking.
Giselle's turn, and I think she doesn't get a hide bonus because she's not hiding. But she's got generally some good stuff for actually shooting normally anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she has any abilities or bonuses on this.
Like she'd get a sneak attack bonus if somebody had the enemy in melee engaged.
Yeah, she'd either get if they were in melee, or she could if she was hiding from view from them and could snipe them then.
Right, and that actually just increases the damage, not the hit chance.
Mm-hmm. All right, so shot away.
Oh!
Oh, what did she do? Oh, wow. That was almost a crit. You hear another yelp as he has just further along the knee. She catches him on the other thigh. She's like, "Ah, why do you hate my lower body?"
He used to be a pirate like me, and then he took an arrow to the knee.
It's not very funny, you smart ass. So he, by the way, it is his turn, and he is going to try and swing for that hit. Let me see here. Actually, what will this be? This would technically be a bit of dex, actually, so I'm gonna say he gets a +2 to this. Roll secret DM dice. Oh, just hits it as you're pelting him with arrows. He finally hooks it, and you immediately see him quickly lay on his back on the top of the ship and shouts out to the others, "I got it! Pull them in! Hit the medic!"
Oh shit!
And as your guys' turn progresses, you just notice the boat slowly getting pulled in closer. Obviously, they're planning to plank onto your boat and hop aboard.
We probably can't attack him now because he ducked down behind the railing.
I'm gonna say you can shoot him, but you have to shoot him at disadvantage now.
Well,
So
Valena has a way around that problem.
yeah, so Valena's gonna magic missile,
God.
and 2 on him and 1 on the rope.
I didn't think about giving the rope a hit dice. How much does it take to break a rope? Do we have
Let's
rules for
see.
this? We need stats for everything.
Let me check. Rope.
I'm not really sure how magic would affect a non-organic target like magic missile.
Well, magic missile is just basically a bolt of energy, so it still will count like it's a hit.
Oh wait, no.
It also depends on how thick the rope is, because I'm sure it has to be pretty thick to pull our freaking boat in.
Yeah, this is obviously a rope and hooking mechanism meant to drag in ships. So it's going to take a little bit more than your average rope.
Oh, found it. 20 hit points.
Oh, ropes do have 20. That's I assume a normal like climbing rope.
Yeah.
Okay, so normal climbing rope. I'm going to say it's a little bit more than that, but okay.
So roll 2d4s plus 1, plus 2.
2d4s plus 2 for the guy, and d4 plus 1 for the rope.
Alright. Plus 2. 2. Alright. 4 for the guy.
You can hear him, yep. They're not nearly as painful as the last couple of shots.
Oh. Lovely.
Oh, okay. These says 20 hit dice normally.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say because this is a much tougher rope, it's actually going to be at a 40. So we're going to say that it's now down to 35. With that out of the way, you're slowly getting pulled in. I'm going to say it's going to take one turn because you suddenly realize that you're getting tugged. You're getting tugged in fast. There must be a fair amount of people on there.
Yeah, is it possible for my character to, even though it's on her turn, is it possible for her to yell something to the other?
I would say you'd have to still wait for your turn to shout something.
So it's up to them to figure out on their own what to do on their turns.
Yeah, I'm going to say Connor and Gunther saw the shot that hit the rope, and they're going to pull out their melee weapons and try and snap the rope as well. Be the most logical plan. Speaking of which, I believe, yeah, I have the book here with the sailor stuff in it. Technically, they're both sailors. Forgot to level them up and give them another class. I believe we just have like regular melee weapons like a mace or something, right?
I think one of them took a long sword and another one took a mace.
Well, actually, we should actually make a character sheet for them probably.
Yeah, because we had a long sword and a bunch of maces. So one of them took a mace and the other one took the long sword.
Equipment. Mace and a long sword. Mace is a 1d6 and a long sword. 1d8. Okay.
I have no idea what Gunter, or not Gunter, I have no idea what Roger has because I just kind of assumed he had his own weapons from previously.
Yeah, I'm going to say he just has the usual sailor equivalent, which is a cutlass. So 1d6 and 1d8. Let's first of all see if they manage to hit. So roll number 1. Oh, hey. That'll smack it. 1d. Let's go with the 1d8 for the longsword with that. Not much, sadly.
We're not gonna freaking stop it in time.
15. Oh, not 15. 35. So 32. And I roll to attack. Oh, gods.
Yeah, so his mace just bounced off the rope.
Yeah, the mace just reflects back and barely misses, hitting him right back in the face. Ah! Has a little bit of a rebound than he was expecting, so... Connor and Gunther go. Xena, your turn.
I'm gonna try to hit it with my sword, obviously.
Alright.
Because none of my spells would really be all that useful against a rope. Because it's like... I can't viciously mock a rope. That won't do anything.
The rope is indifferent to your mocking. 16, I'll say that hits. 10 damage, so it's down to 22 hit points. Alright, Roger. We're going to say he's the usual preset of sailor that I've got here. So he's going to roll a d20 and he gets a +3 to hit. Yeah, I keep going to the right tab, but not the... I keep going to the right window, but not the right tab. 1d20. He gets a +3, so that's a 12. That's just enough to hit. Say here what a cutlass does for damage. Let's see, hit 1d6 +1. Okay, so...
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure cutlass is just counts as the same as like a scimitar.
So that's 5 damage he does. So it's down from 22 to 17. Theobald's turn. Yeah, you literally got like 2 more characters to go before they pulled you in close enough. After Theobald. Got Geralt and Giselle, so all the NPC party members go. Theobald comes running up as everyone's just taking quick shots at it and backing away to make sure people have room to swing at it extra. Ah, by Mitra's blood! Just smack down with the two-headed sword using both hands.
He has a two-handed sword?
He's got a long sword, which you can use
long
two-handed.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, never mind. Oh wow!
Holy shit! Okay, it was down to what was it? 17, 18. So it's down to like 7 or 8.
17, you said.
Okay, so it's down to 7.
Yeah, it's very highly likely that Geralt or Giselle is gonna finish that rope off.
They just might be able to. We'll see. Unless they completely botch.
Why would you say that?
Because I want you to fight.
That'll make the encounter more interesting if they botch. But realistically, our characters wouldn't just sit here and wait for shit to happen.
Geralt comes running up. Arrgh! Smack. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Smacks it for maximum damage as the rope snaps. The guy that you literally was tossing stuff earlier a moment ago suddenly sits up. Sunsahor! As you're almost pulled in close enough, but now you're starting to drift away. Someone quickly tosses him another hook, and he starts getting ready to swing again. They've only got a couple of these, so Giselle gets to have a shot at him to hopefully mess him up.
You think they would have had enough sense to throw more than one guy up to try at the same time?
They don't want to risk everybody at once. What do you think we are, crazy? Putting everybody in the front line to get shot at.
I think it's safe to say they probably don't have projectile weapons then.
Oh, wow. Smack hits him for another 8. He's looking pretty miserable. Where's the damn magic I come for? As he's still trying to swing it as best he can, he barely just manages to stand up straight as you see another arrow protruding from the opposite shoulder, lucky for him. Oh wow. He yeets it and it literally hooks on the other side of your boat as they start pulling you guys in again. You've got like 2 more characters now to try and chop free.
You know what's funny about this to me is like I picture him making the hook and then falling down and going, they took the little ones because he's like a pincushion like Boromir right now.
All the boats, Captain! All the boats! Ow!
I kind
just took the little ones, yeah.
we kind of just got to prepare to be boarded at this time because we're not going to destroy the second rope before they pull us in.
Yep, this is quite possible that they're going to have a plank ready. Matter of fact, as you're contemplating the fact that this is going to happen, you do see a couple people behind what looks to be a large wooden plank, getting it ready to lean over as soon as your boat's in reach.
Would it be possible to do a 3rd level spell slot to do a magic missile on the rope? All 4 magic missiles.
That's the waste. It's not going to destroy it. You won't do 40 damage.
It'll hit, but it's not going to do 40 damage, not to a thick rope like that.
Okay, then I'll just do 1 on the guy again and just...
I don't know if you even want to do that. You might be better off just... What other spells do you got available to you?
Yeah.
Vampiric Touch... Phantom Steed. Let's see. Vampiric Touch, Shield, Magic Missile, Ray Sickness, Blindness, Deafness, Alter Self. Oh yeah.
What?
We're about to be boarded, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What I willing to do this would be pretty asshole-ish.
What? Do you have a demon summoning spell we don't know about?
No.
Not yet.
I wish I did. I wish I did at this moment, but because we're about to be boarded and who knows what's going to happen to us. Melena's gonna hold up her hand. It's like, I can't stand to be boarded. I can't take life anymore, and throw herself overboard, and then cast Alter Self on herself to become aquatic.
So you're changing yourself to suddenly become water travelable. Okay.
So she's kind of pulling deception where she looks like she's committed suicide.
You basically stealthed out of the fight, so they don't. They think you're dead.
Pretty much.
Okay. We're going to just take your little character here. We're going to whoosh, throw her into the water. So where do you go from here? You've used up 5 of your movement and you used up your spell to transform.
Do I have any special daggers or anything?
Only what you got on you. I think you only have stabs.
You're better off just getting closer to their boat so you'll be in position to do something, probably.
That's what I'm planning, but I'm just wondering if I can, like, pump a small hole in the boat.
You wouldn't be able to attack on this turn because you cast a spell already.
Yeah.
Alright. So I just get in position at the boat. Just swim. Swim.
10, 20. I think you can go a little bit further, but about there.
Yeah.
You just want to stay in the middle of the water. Alright.
Yeah.
Conrad just looks mildly concerned. And actually, since the guy's still standing, he's going to take a shot at him.
Oh, he didn't have enough sense to lay back down this time?
He didn't have the sense. He's still like sitting there. He's still visible enough that he doesn't get Conrad doesn't get a negative for trying to take a bolt shot at him.
He's like so freaking punch drunk from being shot he forgot to hide so he doesn't get shot again.
All right. Actually, I'm gonna double check. Do they have anything special for any long range? Double check and sailor stats. What do you got for range fighting? Atlas, range, slash damage. Sailor is considered proficient with vehicles, water, and martial ranged weapons. So I assume it's just like a +1 essentially to hit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I realized that that natural weapons transformation would be really, really good in a situation where you've lost all your equipment.
Yeah. Conrad takes a shot, and the wind just picks it up and takes it way too far. As the guy sitting there on the edge of the boat just looks over to this arrow bolt that just lands a couple inches away from him. Oh, and then looks up and glares at Conrad, who's now nervously trying to reload the crossbow he has. So as it becomes Gunther's turn,
we're all yeeted up to the boat.
Yeet. And off screen over here, I have to go back down to the map level.
I'm guessing you're actually going to put the... Oh, there we go.
Yeah, right about there.
That's in the middle of the grids. Or I guess that's the way it counts as being too wide, I guess.
Yeah, it's too wide, essentially. It was an awkward plank, but it does what it needs to for the time being. So essentially, yeah, it's essentially 10 feet wide and more than that long, so they can reach over. And as it finally comes down, you first of all, let me get back onto the regular layer. There we go. First of all, see the two guys that were pushing it over. So I dragged their icons over.
Oh God, they've got Rogers.
They seem to be your basic sailor types. And you can still hear some commotion going on behind them, as there's apparently a few more people up behind them that you can't see because their boat is essentially a few feet taller than you. You can't see everything going on. But This is what you can see on the very edge, and you know there's one more guy back there somewhere that got spooked. Matter of fact, as there's some commotion, he actually does come up close enough. He doesn't see his floating apparition anymore, but he does see a lot of you line up on the boat now.
Yeah, because that spell would have wore off already.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Gunther's turn. Everybody's still at long range for him, so he's going to take a shot.
I think he'd move back first.
Actually, how much? Yeah. I don't think they get a negative until it's something like 60 feet, right? For range
Right.
shots, yeah.
Okay, so that's Gunter. I was thinking Gunter was the one that was directly in front of the plank.
Nope. he takes a step back and then aims another shot at the guy who hooked them and dragged them in just to get some revenge. He gets a +1.
So are the new
Wow,
guys
they are just rolling suck at shots now.
Are the new guys not rolling initiative yet?
I'm gonna say that they get initiative at the beginning of the round.
It means they got a while before they get initiative. Actually, no, they don't. There's only 3 more of us before the
Yeah,
next
that's not
round
too much terribly longer. Speaking of which, it's your turn, Nazina.
Yeah. Well, I don't like people trying to set foot on my boat, so
Start racing up to them.
since I can see them, I'm gonna cast Shatter right here so it hits those 3.
All right. I believe. Do they have to make a will save or something?
It'll pop up when it freaking loads that I clicked on it. Come on, roll 20. You're asking fucking. It's asking me to spell
roll
level. No, I don't
20.
want
The
it.
moment you try to use a spell, all of a sudden, burp.
I don't want it to be spell level 3. I want it to be its regular level. Put 0.
13 Constitution saving throw. All right.
That is a lot of damage if they don't save.
So it's hitting the 3 right here. Then you said.
All of them except for the guy that was doing the hook, basically.
Yeah, that was it for him. All right.
'Cause he's out of range.
Constitution. Oh gosh, do they have any bonuses to Constitution? Check the one guy first. He gets a +0 to Con. How about regular sailors? Regular sailors also get a +0. Okay, so they have to roll up straight d20s on this one. Boom. Wait, was that another 19? Yes, it was. One succeeded. The other succeeded. Oh, one of them failed.
One of them failed?
Yeah, we're gonna say this guy in the back here failed, and the other 2 succeeded. So they don't take half damage.
Yeah.
Come on, properly hit him. There we go. 19, so half of 19. That's not quite real math.
Yeah, if you're gonna round
18
up,
would have been 9. Yeah, so being -9 essentially.
Yeah, that works. I guess. That one guy's taking a full 19, and he's probably like, "Ah, this is not my day."
Actually, you realize as you hit the other 2 regular sailors too, you see them both flinch really hard, and you just see them still cringing in pain for several moments longer than the other guy. They don't have much to them. The other guy that got hit for the full amount, he's faring a little bit better, but not by much.
That's kind of funny that the guys that saved are in worse shape. They've got the same health as Roger, don't they?
Yup. They're regular ass sailors. Roger needs to get some levels. This encounter might get him a level, technically speaking. Speaking of which, Roger gets to have a turn. Yeah, he's not gonna close in. He's not a dummy. Take a shot at them from far away. +1.
He just fucking critical hit.
How much does a crossbow do again?
A regular crossbow?
1d10 or something? Or is it a heavy crossbow?
That might be a heavy.
It might be in d8.
Crossbow. 1d8.
Yeah, light crossbow would be what it is. Yeah, 1d8. So it'd be 2d8 plus his attack bonus because he crit.
2d8. We're gonna give him a +2 on that. Roll damage. Oof.
Who did he shoot at? One of the other sailors?
He shot this guy. He aims the crossbow, takes a shot, and you immediately just see the arrow plunge through the guy's eye as you hear him yelp and fall backwards, immediately dead. You see a little sister grin like, yeah, that teaches him, and starts immediately trying to reload the crossbow really quick.
Pirate kill of the week.
Pirate kill of the week. Aye! Theobald's been watching all the goings on. It's been an interesting watch, but he also does agree with the fact that, well, if they're going to try and board us, we might as well start rushing them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, as you see him still wielding the sword, racing up the plank.
Oh, he's just gonna keep himself at the ready instead of using a sling.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna race up there and do what he does best, which is fuck them up.
Realize they just opened themselves to their doom by putting the fucking plank on our ship.
Alright, so we're gonna have to bring in everybody else, because I believe at this point Theobald can probably see them all.
Not only that, even if we couldn't see them, the fact that they just saw that spell detonate in front of them would probably cause them to react.
So we're gonna say we have this guy over here who was just barely out of the way. We have some more slightly better buddies.
Looks like a freaking samurai.
And way back in the corner here, you see a really shady shape. Or at least that's what he can tell you of it.
Oh god, that was the freaking cult leader in the first Adventures icon.
Yeah, I figured he's good enough to recycle for this. Essentially, you see a man of dark complexion and shady robes with a staff at his side, is what Theobald can at least tell you. He basically really quickly tells you, I see 3 more sailors, 3 more competent people, and that looks like it might be a wizard. As he points to the shady figure in the back.
Do any of them look like the captain? They'd be the captain.
He points out that one of the other people, this one in particular, which actually does appear to be a woman, is got a fancy hat on.
Interesting.
So actually, speaking of which, since we are at the top of the round,
We haven't rolled for
everybody
any of
gets
their
initiative.
Huh? Oh, okay, yeah.
You get initiative, and you get initiative, and you get a turn, and you get a turn.
Wait, did Valena re-roll her initiative? Because why? She's got a
Yeah.
10 all of a sudden.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Zareth?
Yeah.
Did you accidentally click something for your initiative?
No, I think it was always 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you creeped up all of a sudden, but we'll be fixing that in a moment. Wow, that's a
Alright.
lot of 6s. They rolled bupkis for going in turn. Alright, wait. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Dang it. Back to Garroth. And descending.
So the fucking wizard's the one that actually rolled good. Damn it. Giselle, shoot him in the face!
Yeah, speaking of which, since Giselle's aware that there's some more punks, she kind of figures that actually picking up these guys would be a good idea. Some of the frontliners here that have gotten some damage. Best bet, since no one else can give her bonuses at the moment, she might as well pick off one of the little guys just to keep them out of the way. She's doing cleanup. It's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it. Oh, dang it. That didn't matter anyways, she missed. She was like one shy of hitting him. Yeah, I think these guys only got 12 armor. She missed it by 1. Just barely breezes over his shoulder as the guy yelps and nearly jumps out of his boots. Geralt is not going to waste any time though either, much like Theobald. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Do they have 40? Doesn't matter. He's right there at 35.
I thought everybody's base speed was 30. Yeah.
Speed 30. Never mind. Yeah. Yoink. Well, since he can't go all the way there, Geralt still had to sling it aside, so he quickly grabs that to get one more shot in.
You mean his crossbow?
Or the crossbow. He's not going to be able to reload it. He's just going to have to take the shot and be done with it for now. Holy crap. Let's say that he puts it more something more worthwhile, and he figures it's been doing good enough for him, and he'll take the slightly bigger guy. And with that damage, yeah, that's 2 overkills. So yeah, you see yet another head snipe as this guy in the back over here that you blasted earlier got knocked off now as well.
I just picture Garros running up the freaking plank, shooting the guy and dropping his crossbow.
That's almost what he does. More like he probably does running up, shoots the guy. Yeah! Alright, that's useless now, and tosses it across to the rest of the boat, just barely missing hitting anyone else. Just to get safely across so he doesn't have to worry about picking off the plank later, or worry about falling in the water.
Yeah, because that would be bad.
So after all of that, and finally taking down another guy, this shady figure does start to move. It seems we have company. As you see him slowly make his way over and just kind of stares down at the plank. He's a bit annoyed and he's going to try and do something about that. Let's see here. I actually do have a list for him for some spells here. By the way, he is 5th level. I think he's at least... Oh, no, actually, he's a little bit above that, actually. He's a little bit above you guys. This is going to be interesting. You got some really easy stuff, you got some slightly at your level stuff, and you got this one guy who's above the level.
Yeah, I remember the first time you used him, you had to actually make him hold back because you realized you grabbed an NPC.
It was actually it was a different one. I think he was almost the same level, I think, though, but he had definitely a different setup because I purposely was asking for a necromancer. This guy is not a necromancer. He doesn't have the white robes or anything like that, so he's definitely not a white hand at the very least. You see him kind of look over you guys really quick and pondering, and okay, so yeah, he has magic missile, so he's actually going to magic missile somebody. Creates 3 darts and do 1d4 each. So you know what? He sees the big threatening barbarian coming up, and he's going to try and hit him. Actually, he doesn't need to try to hit him; he just has to roll for it. It's a d4, and it's a +3 with 3 rolls. So yeah, you just see him raise a hand, and you hear him mutter something in a language you don't understand, and it just choo choo choo. 3 bolts of light just race off and hit Geralt for 12 damage. The barbarian grunts, but manages to hold his ground. Ugh! Fucking wizards! You just see the bloodlust in his eyes now. He's gonna murder somebody today. Conrad! Still holding the bottom of the plank. Obviously, the big melee guys are racing up, so they don't have to worry about pulling back. At least not at the moment, so he's gonna help by shooting into the fray and trying to help get rid of some more people. And he gets a +1 to hit. Nope. He just whizzes by too wide. Xena.
You poor bastards bunched up in the worst possible way. I wasn't going to run up the plank, but considering I just realized what I can do, I can cast Shatter right there, and it'll hit the wizard, the 2 guys that are injured, and the captain.
Oh gosh, I didn't realize that grouping. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. Alright, give us your roll. Do your damage, do yours! Constitution 13 with a 13 damage. I'm pretty sure, yeah, even if they took half damage, these two are immediately just annihilated as you just see them crumple.
Yeah, so there's no point even rolling for their save.
Nope.
Just a waste of dice rolls.
Oh wow. Yeah, this guy needs to roll. Let's see. He gets a +0, I believe, so he has to hit 13 to get, or higher to get half. Oh! Do I roll something extra to figure out if they completely avoid damage? Because that was a natural 20.
No, it just automatically, it just makes it so they only take half.
Oh, jeez. That's still half his hit points, quite literally.
There's like certain like class feats you can take to like avoid.
I know like
stuff.
monks and a couple others have some class feats that will help you avoid complete damage. Yeah.
But actually, as an what is it, an incidental, I'm also gonna give a bardic inspiration to Theobald.
Inspiration of Theobald. Okay. Oh, that's right. Like a +4 or something like that.
It's like they add a 1d6 to a
1d6,
roll,
okay.
But if they want to, like,
Whenever they need to use it for helping with a die roll. Yeah.
they can use it to hit or to damage.
I keep wanting to think it's a D4, but that's a cleric spell, not a bard spell. She does get +1 to her constitution. She does get +1 to her constitution. Sorry about that, folks. I accidentally clicked on a window that started sharing audio. At least it's from the stream. Oh, that's right. Also, matter of fact, I just realized I haven't been changing the music.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Because I have special music for this. Just in time, though.
Yeah, now the fight's like halfway over.
She gets a +1 to her con roll. Ah, still not quite 13.
So the wizard saved, but the
no, the little guy saved, so he didn't instantly die. The captain did not save, so she takes the full 13. No, it was 14. Yeah.
wait, little guy.
Yeah, you got this guy.
No, I cast here, so it got the two guys in the front, this guy and her.
Oh, I thought it was to hit him too.
No, he's outside of range of that.
Never mind, he gets his full health back.
because it's like a 9 square block basically.
So she still failed her roll, so she takes the full 14.
But I'd say you already rolled. Keep the roll for the wizard guy.
Well, the thing is, I think their stats are different though too. Yeah, the previous guy, I think. Maybe I'll check. No, that was a regular sailor. No, he also got a 0. So never mind. Actually, yeah, it's technically the same roll then.
Yeah, even with a penalty, a natural 20 would have still saved.
Yeah. So instead of a -14, he gets a -7 for the wizard. Both the captain and the wizard kind of jostle back a bit, but they seem to be, for the most part, okay. They're not nearly as bad as some of the other guys were. Gunther, he can't quite see them very well, so he's going to take a guessing shot and try and hit the other sailor. For the +1. Oh, he hits. That's a 1d6 for the bow, for crossbows? Or no, it's 1d8.
1d8 for the light crossbow.
6 damage. Yeah, you hear this guy give quite the shrill yelp of pain. He doesn't have a lot to him, and he just got nailed. Speaking of which, Roger has reloaded his crossbow, and also hearing that yelp of pain is like, ah, a target. Ding!
Alright.
The little guys are trying to get their shots in. T20 +1. Oh, yikes.
Probably just hit the side of the boat.
Oh no, with that shot that bad, you missed the boat. Just goes way wide.
Roger,
Lance,
you shot the sun somehow.
You see the bolt go up in the air and it just lands in water. Ow!
Alright. So, speaking of which, Valena, it's your turn. You're now peeking out of the water if you're planning to poke up and actually do something there.
I was going to sink the boat because I didn't think we were going to win, but it looks like we're winning, so... Can I get advantage if I do a surprise magic missile from underwater?
What would the advantage be for?
There's
You don't
not
need
advantage.
to
Yeah, you don't have
Oh,
to roll
right.
to hit.
I'm an idiot. I was not thinking of that one.
Why would you need advantage? You could hit everything. It's just a matter of what the damage is.
I'll do a second level magic missile.
Second level magic missile, so it's
Actually, no, I have a better idea. I can see the wizard guy, right? From the water, from a distance.
Give me a perception check. I'm gonna say that's a bit rough
Alright.
from your lower angle.
Alright,
Give me a perception check and see if you can actually poke up high enough to see him.
Please work, please work, please
That's
work.
over a 10, sure. I'm gonna say you can just barely make out his head.
Blindness!
Blindness, okay. What
Blindness,
does he have to roll?
second level, submit. And he has to roll, like, what's my spell save? 15.
Has to roll 15 for what stat?
Wisdom, I believe. Or is it Constitution? Constitution saving throw.
Constitution, okay, he has to roll 15 on Constitution. Oof. I think he's got a +0 to Con. See, this is the stat you need to attack for wizards, not for barbarians. Oi! Does not help that he rolls a 2. You
He's
just raise your
blind.
hand and he detects the sun's surge of magic, but as he just barely is able to look in your direction, he just blast you! Should have known they had one as well.
Yeah, considering I freaking blew up your allies, you should have known.
All right. So this other guy in the white outfit, who seems to be a little bit more than a regular sailor, but not by much. He's not as good as the captain. Starts kind of trying to race in. 5, 10, 15, 20. All right.
You poor SOB. You have no idea what you're doing to yourself.
Oh, I just realized I did not tell this to go on loop. Begin again. Alright. Yeah, he's gonna attack the first guy he sees, obviously, which is a barbarian, which is not the greatest idea. +3 to hit. Okay. Um, 14, 15, 16, 17. What is his armor class? No, it's high up there. Oh, he just met the armor class. Alright. He's not got a big weapon, though. He's got a... Yeah, he's got a little typical thing. Oops. Wrong thing. Click on this. A D6 plus a 1. He kind of timidly, nervously slashes down on the barbarian, and, wait, why am I not seeing his hit points? Oh wait, is that supposed to be his hit points? Okay. It's a little bit weird, but okay. That was a -6? Because he got +1, no, -5. So Geralt gets a little grunt, but he's just like, gives an also really sour, I'm gonna murder you kind of face. Alright, the little sailor guy is up next. 5, 10, 15, 20. Everyone's just trying to gang up the barbarian to try and end somebody. That's a fail. The barbarian just kind of blocks the coming scimitar with an axe and growls. Okay, so finally, after being in the back for so long where you can barely see them, the captain of the other ship does come up to the edge to see what the hell's going on. And immediately you see yet another female kind of pirate, fancy hat, one strand of silver hair kind of coming down alongside of her head, and she locks eyes immediately on you, Xena, and just goes, "You."
Do I recognize her?
You can't say off the top of your head, but actually give me a history check on the flag. As you're kind of still trying to... That's a kind of an unusual reaction. Then again, kind of known for various things. Okay. Yeah, this is... you realize, looking back up at the black flag with the crossed swords and the falcon, this is not a normal group out of the ocean, but this is a branch-off group from them. So this person is possibly tied to the group that murdered your previous ship.
I guess me.
They apparently are aware that you survived, and this person is not very happy as she pulls out a bow and tries to shoot you.
I'm just picturing Xena just Age Smithing it, just putting her hand in him and turning into another Xena.
You see her immediately upon seeing you just get this vicious glare and pulls out a bow and immediately tries to shoot at you. Swings wide in her panic to try and shoot you as quickly as possible. She immediately just starts gritting her teeth in anger.
I think I'd be the one to be mad to encounter this person, not the other way around.
They realize someone got away and they're not happy about it. Theobald gets to swing at the guy that's just walked up in front of him and try to swing at his friend Barbarian. Over the head, longsword swing. Oh, that'll hit. Oh, wow. Yeah, that just... The cleric just goes, "This'll hurt you more than it hurts me!" Immediately the guy just basically crumples, and as Theobald manages to finally pull the sword out of the guy's torso, he just falls off into the water dead. And that brings us back to Giselle. Giselle can't really get a good clear shot for sure on the wizard in the back, but she's now seeing the captain and just goes, "No, here, by all means, let me show you how to use that." Not much for damage, but she does immediately connect as the captain from the other side gets a grunt of pain, now having an arrow sticking out of her side. Gerloff has murder hobo time. He is now going to rage and take advantage. I forget, does rage give him a bonus to...
It's to his
defense
hit.
or strength checks, which means to hit. When you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you add 2 damage to the roll. Okay, yeah, so additional 2 damage as well. He gets to roll. And add a plus to that, so that's 14 damage. Yeah, the axe comes down the guy. He's not dead yet, but you just hear a... Oh, it's as he's gorged on the axe for a moment and a yelp of pain as it gets pulled back out of him. All right, the wizard's turn. I don't think he can roll to get out of blindness yet, can he? He has to wait till the end of his turn.
Yeah, I think it's at the end of his turn.
Yeah, I kind of figured as much. Since he can't really see the aim, he might as well just use another magic bolt. And as he raises his hand and prepares for another magic bolt, he just goes, "I should have known another one of us would be here. Take that!" And immediately he points, after a quick bit of muttering, he shoots off another spell, this time a magic missile directed at Velena.
Does he have to CDs that?
Huh?
Does he have to CDs magic missile or?
No, the magic missile is basically an automatic. That's why he's going for it.
Ah,
As far as I'm aware, at least.
Like he knows you're there.
Yeah, he's aware that where you are, so it's just a matter of casting the spell, and he can still do that even while blinded.
If you moved, he probably wouldn't be able to do it.
Roll 3d4 plus 3. You take 9 damage as the 3 bolts immediately zip down and hit you.
so I take 9 damage. Eesh.
Yep. He's casting it at level. Alright, Conrad's still nervous about going across, so he's just going to try and take pot shots. Oh wow, that's a 17 to hit. What's her? Actually, we're going to go with this guy here. So 1d6 plus 1. So d6. So that'd be 3 damage, not a lot. Another little bolt just suddenly pops out of the guy. Oh! Azina. Just
rush
raises
up and attack this bitch. Or asshole, whatever. It's not a chick.
Not this guy. Oh wow.
Oh.
You immediately come up and quickly, as the guy was just literally not expecting you to suddenly just race in as quickly as you did, and as you do, he just barely has a moment to recognize that you're suddenly there, and he gets stabbed in the ribs. He's not down, but he is looking like he's about to give in. Yeah, it's better for me to count how many hit points he's got left as to how many he needs to remove.
Right.
Gunter sees that the guy is also starting to quake at the knees and takes a shot and succeeds. I don't even know if we need to really take a damage roll in this one. We'll do it anyways. It's a +1. That's 2 damage. Another bolt barely grazes the guy's shoulder and sticks there. Ah! Why does everything hate me?
Because you're in the way.
Touche! Roger takes a shot. I'm just gonna use this thing really quick. 14. Oh, he hits. He just hits. I think this guy's done. Yep.
It's like, why'd you step on the plank, you dumbass?
Roger just takes another shot, and this guy gets a bolt through the heart. Shot through the heart. You're to blame. Falls off the side of the boat.
You give piracy a bad name.
Yeah.
Alright, Velena, your turn. This guy just took a pot shot at you, and the ship captain is also very visible on the edge.
She's gonna go. No, that's not how you do magic missile. This is how you would do magic missile, dear. And she's gonna move. And pop 2 bolts into him. And 1 bolt into her.
Alright.
Alright.
2d4 plus 2.
8 damage into him. The wizard.
Alright. A cry of pain, but he's still not buckling the knees just yet. And 1d4 plus 1, that's a 3. And the captain, another little cry of pain, but also still not looking too bad yet. They are starting to wear down, though. Speaking of which, the captain's turn. She drops the bow, immediately goes to the scimitar, and goes racing after Azina. Ooh, wow. 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hit.
Comes racing at you with this scimitar, hers, and I believe they do 6 damage normally.
Yeah, I think
Plus
it's 1d6.
bonuses. So, 6 damage.
Oh, six damage total.
Yep. Mia comes in and just manages to stick you on the arm. You're supposed to be dead!
My name is Enda Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
My name is Azina Arcane. You killed my entire crew. Prepare to die.
That gets another glare. Theobald's turn. Actually, that's a good question. Which one did he go for?
Well, he can't just run past the captain, so...
Oh, he can, but he take attack of opportunity. Honestly, she seems to be a bigger threat at the moment anyway, so he's just going to quickly circle around her. 5, 10, 15, 20. Gets on the other side of her to give her a smack.
Because he probably also sees the wizard looking around going, "Blast it, where are you?"
I cannot see you, stand still. Okay, blind Palpatine. Find you children in your constant running about. Longsword, double-handed smack. Oh, yeah, he gets behind her, and by the time she notices that he's just done the race behind her, oof. She is now looking pretty bad. She's starting to bleed out a bit. Giselle's turn. Giselle is going to move a little bit closer so she can take a better shot at the wizard. As far as she's concerned, the rest of you have that gal. Actually, because he's blind, she can actually sneak attack the guy now.
Right.
And I'll check on the sneak attack here again.
So just you add a 1d6 to the damage after you hit.
Well, it's 1d6 per level, I think, or something.
No, the dice increase.
So that's the extra damage. Okay, yeah. So she gets to do her normal attack as well, and adds the 3 damage from her roll on that. Oh, but she missed. Dang it. He's moving around too much because being blinded.
Where did you go, you lily-livered cowards?
Who shot that?
Who shot that? Who shot that? I heard that! Starts pointing across to the boat.
Are we winning?
Oh dear. Geralt is still raging and sees his captain got stabbed. Double-handed axe swing. Ooh,
Oh, jeez.
that's 11 damage and 17 to get past the armor. The armor was a 15.
Well, actually, because it was +2 from rage, that's 13 damage.
Oh, that's right, the +2 from the rage, so that's technically 13 damage. You just immediately see her scimitar arm decapitated at the shoulder. She just stumbles backwards and starts to bleed out on the edge of the boat. Got your arm.
Has anybody seen my arm? You can't miss it. It's green.
You might say it's a farewell to arms.
It's missing all over the place. It's floating in the water. Oh, great. Would you get it?
Immediately goes to the wizard's turn now, and he's just like, I'm not hearing clashing anymore. This sounds bad. And starts to look, think really quickly what he can throw at you guys. Oh shit. How much does that do? Because he can just plot to do it a few feet ahead of him and just... Okay. Yeah, how much of a... That's a 20-foot radius. Ooh.
Oh god, is he casting Fireball?
Yes. He's
I'm
backing
alive in the
away and
water.
immediately casts Fireball at you guys. So yeah, he casts Fireball on Theobald, Azina, and Geralt.
And the dead captain.
The captain's already dead.
She wasn't dead, but she probably is now.
She could have been rescued if you wanted to, but she's probably getting live roasted now because the wizard is now panicking. Just fucking drop it. Everybody dex bonus for the three of you.
Huh?
So Ozzy, you need a dex bonus, dex save.
Oh, so it's a dex save against Fireball?
Yup.
Got a deck save. Because you're trying to see if you can dodge out of the way.
Yeah,
Or
but you-
at least dodge to the least flame piled area.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh wow, he did a pretty good job. Oh wow, that's a really good job. And
And actually, Garrett, you rolled for Garroth with advantage on.
oh shoot, I forgot about that. I really hate the way they do advantage. I wish you could tell it what needs advantage and what doesn't need advantage. Try that again. Dex save.
You rolled better.
What is the fucking point?
We still take half damage even after if we save.
Theobald has a dex.
Wow.
Wow, he crits.
I did not think he was going to make it because I thought it was like, okay, two of you make it and the last one doesn't make
23,
it. Out by
21,
irony.
21. Yikes. Okay, and let me double check what this guy's thing is, although I'm pretty sure it's not 21. Fireball. Trying to think. Well, I'm trying to remember what the bonus is. I assume it's like a +1 beyond 10 for every level they are.
I think
Fireball is like 66 or something like that. Let me check. Fireball.
you're talking about the DC rating, right?
Yeah,
Or-
we're talking like what do they need to do for the roll on Dex.
There's no way we failed though because nobody.
Yeah,
would
there's
have
no
a
way you're
rating.
normally supposed to hit that high, and that's no way he's gonna be up to 20, at least not this level.
So we take half damage from whatever damage for his Fireball is.
I'm still trying to figure out how they do the math here, though.
Oh, 86. Yeesh.
Yeah,
Fireball is
86. But the for the spell save, it should be your modifier plus your proficiency bonus plus your what was it? I'm trying to remember. Hold on a second.
I think it's your modifier, your proficiency bonus on 10.
Yeah.
But anyhow, yeah. It
oh,
does
it's,
8 dice.
here it is. I think I see it now. It's like a 14.
Yeah, and the damage is 8 dice 6. So this is gonna hurt, even though we saved.
Actually, no,
I know.
it's a 14 plus 6. So yeah, you guys just barely made it out of there.
Wait, 14 plus
Technically, the
6.
save is against is actually a 20. He's not a small mage.
Yeah, but what are his stats?
He's a level
what's his-
9, apparently, according to this thing.
What's his? Well, I mean, like, what's his stat bonus?
I'm not sure what you mean by stat bonus.
Like his
Wisdom?
intelligence modifier.
Intelligence +3.
So it should have been. It should have been
Plus 3,
10 plus 3, and then whatever his proficiency bonus is.
and proficiency is his class level or what?
No,
No, it's like tier 1 it's +2, tier 2 it's +3, tier 3 would be +4.
Your proficiency bonus goes up as you level up.
Right.
It should have a list. It should have it listed on his stats.
I don't think they ever list the proficiency bonus on anything ever. I have no idea where you're supposed to find a proficiency bonus of anything.
Well, it's on
That's
character
why I
sheets,
said,
don't
is it
know.
just their level?
No, because I'm level 5 and my proficiency bonus is 3.
Right. What level is he? Like 9?
9. I have no idea what the
I'd
proficiency
say
bonus is supposed
it
to
would be. Or no, it would be 3. 3. I take it back. It's
So
3.
it'll be 16.
Yeah, 16.
Alright. So yeah, you still guys made it by skinning your teeth, but you still made it. And yeah, it was 86.
But if you
86.
actually, but if you actually look at a character sheet, the your character's proficiency bonus is right next to their strength score on the character.
That's
sheet.
not okay. I'm seeing it on our Roll20 thing, but yeah, I don't know where you're supposed to find it on this one.
I think like pre-built
like
NPCs.
it's using the same setup as what's it called? D&D Beyond, and I never see proficiency bonus. I don't know where they hide it.
I think enemies usually don't have a proficiency bonus.
So it's assuming they don't, so it's just a 13 then.
Yeah, I think it's only if you built them as a proper NPC that they actually have it.
Slightly
I
bothersome,
hate
but okay.
to be this guy,
But anyhow,
but
what's
how
the damage?
how badly is a plank burned?
Actually, I'm gonna say because it's just a burst of fire, it's not gonna be too bad. It's gonna singe one end of it, but it's not gonna be like broken yet.
Right. Anyhow,
It's
Right.
mostly meant to aim at the people and probably caught more of the ship than it did the plank.
you still got to roll the 8
Yeah,
by 6.
I'm getting there. Roll 8 d6. Does that get a plus of any kind?
No, it's just
No, it's just
8d6.
8d6. Okay, I was gonna say I don't think so.
Oh, Christ! That's
It's all saved
that's
though, so that's 15,
16.
16 damage. Just fireball! Boom!
I would have still been alive even if I didn't save, but it would have been a lot worse. I would have been almost dead.
Yeah, Theobald suddenly feels a little bit roasted, and so is Garrow. As they're suddenly at about half hit points with one roll from the wizard.
Now see, the captain survived because he cauterized the wound.
I have no arm left because of you, you bastard.
You
Anyways.
bastard! Conrad.
Yeah, I was gonna consider questioning her, but considering he just roasted her,
Yeah, he just kind of snafu'd that plan. Conrad steps up a little bit more so he can get better aim at the guy, and that's a 16 to hit. I'm pretty sure that hits. Let me double check. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, his armor class is only 12. So d6 plus 1. Gets another bolt for 3 damage. He's still not doing too terribly bad for hit points, but every little bit of pain helps. Azina,
Yeah.
this guy just cauterized your wounds.
this I don't know if this is gonna work, because I'm basically gonna try to get him to surrender, but I walk up to him, drop my sword, and I swing a punch at his face and say, "You don't have a captain anymore, you jackass."
That hits.
I don't know how much damage a punch normally does. I think it's like a 1 die 2.
Yeah, it's just 1 damage. Unless
Yeah,
you have
basically,
a strength modifier.
Yeah, so
it's
it'd be 4
essentially
damage.
1 damage plus strength modifier.
So it'd be 4 damage because I got a +3 on my strength. I basically just decked him in the face and said, "You don't have a captain left, asshole."
Ooh! Just smack him across the face. Spits off to one side. He might have just lost that tooth and he staggers backwards. Gunther starts to move up as well and takes another pot shot to try and drive the point home that he should give up. Quick roll on here. That's a 10. Nope. Whizzes by, but the guy's starting to panic as more arrows are shooting past him. Speaking of... Snap. Ah, 6. No, that was by as well, an even wider arc. Lena, if you wish to do
Lena's
something.
pissed that a fireball just hit her friends, so she's going to... Maybe not so much Garroff, but... but she's going to do a 3rd level magic missile, so... 2 more.
So
So
5d4
plus 5, yeah.
I don't think he's gonna survive.
Depends on how high she rolls. Oh! Yep. All 4 bolts hit him, and on that last bolt in particular, you just see him go, and just thud on the ground. He's officially out.
Dead or unconscious?
I'm gonna say that's a -2, so technically you could spare his life.
Whose choice is it to, or is it like, is he just laying there injured?
Basically, he's bleeding out.
Yeah,
Right.
I tell Theobald to bind his wounds and tie him up.
He blinks, nods right, and comes over and starts binding the guy up for any spots where he's bleeding out still. Stopping the wounds and wait till the guy recovers.
So how badly is the captain's body? By the way, I don't know if you want to change the music, but
how badly is her body done in?
yeah, how badly is she? Like I know she's not alive, but like how bad? Like is her hair still intact?
I'm gonna say there's definitely scorch marks, but she's not like. Essentially, the fireball actually more hit essentially Theobald like center mass, and then spread across the rest of you, backwards.
All right.
So she got scorched, but she was low enough that she wasn't like completely burnt, much like the flank as well.
Yeah, but she's dead, right?
Oh, she is definitely dead. That was essentially 2 failed saves, and she was already technically 1 failed save in after getting knocked down so badly.
So you know how you mentioned she had like a strand of silver hair?
Mm-hmm.
I grab a hold of that strand of silver hair and yank it out.
Oh yeah, that's actually more like it's like a half-inch tuft of hair that was starting to go silver on one side, but okay.
And then I just kick her body into the water.
Watch where you're kicking that!
But
As you hear from the water. All right. So, yeah, you've successfully taken the boat. You're going to be taking the ship's mage captive now. So what do you want to do?
Well, while we're waiting for him to regain consciousness, I guess we should search the ship for any valuables.
Is there a spot where I can climb onto the boat, or?
I would say like essentially like anywhere in the front portion here, you could easily, if you can probably grab hold of the side of the boat, and then get over to here, and there's usually like netting and stuff you can climb up on to reach the front. So you come back up all drenched and all. Actually, no, you're in all black now.
Yeah.
So yeah, the first thing I do is I go check their cabin.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna say that.
Gunter, which one? Conrad. I'm gonna say Conrad and Giselle stay on the smaller boat just to make sure that tries to keep up. While it's tied and doesn't start colliding with the ship. So right, you start with the cabin, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, even though you can't really see it that well, I'm gonna say that like starting about here or so is where the cabin starts. So you got a decent couple of feet of cabin on the surface here. So you go into the cabin. It's not per se the most fancy cabin on a ship you've ever seen, but there's a nice collection of little shiny things. Matter of fact, that nice periscope you could have used is actually sitting there on one of the shelves.
Oh, like a spyglass.
A spyglass, yeah.
I immediately pocket that.
Free spyglass. The rest of that particular shelf is full of a couple of books, just miscellaneous stuff. Nothing in particular that catches your eye at the moment.
I just peek my head out the cabin and I go, "Hey, Valena, books!"
It walks up and she closes the door and looks at Xena and goes, "By any chance, is there a dry set of clothes for the moment?"
Yes.
Actually, looking to the rest of the room, you do see that there is a wardrobe that do seem to have more outfits for the female captain.
Right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think she'll mind with Xena that she'll start. Oh, well, I think she'll there's like a wardrobe, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just said there's a wardrobe closet there.
Yeah, she opens one door and just gets behind that door and starts changing. It hangs her clothes to dry.
So after a few moments, it's not exactly meant for your slightly smaller frame, but even though the pirate outfit is a little bit baggy, it does seem to fit you decently. It's something
Right.
dry that you can at least run around in for now.
Yeah, and she looks over the books and looks for perhaps any notes to clue where she came from or what she's doing here.
Oh, for the captain being here?
Yeah.
Actually, nothing immediately stands out on the bookshelf, although as you are also looking around, you do see that there's a desk with cluttered papers on it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is stuff that's pretty easy to find as you're just kind of slowly taking in the room.
So no investigation check, or
Yeah, no investigation check. Actually, give me an investigation check just to see how much you can find.
oh, you gotta be kidding me! That's like one of her good stats.
Oof. You do find scraps of paper that do mention planned piracy. You do see like one mention of a planned shipment that's supposed to be going out at a certain date, although that was a while ago. It's not pertaining to your boat in particular.
Right.
So you do know that they are at least semi-aware of when the normal shipments are supposed to head out. But other than that, it just seems that they're out here to plunder. No major details that you can garner right away.
Right.
I'm assuming like Valena's mentioning this stuff that she's looking through to Xena, or
Yeah. She's mentioning it.
so. And Xena goes, "I shouldn't have kicked her body off the boat. She might have had a bounty on her."
You want me to go back and swim and get it?
It's gonna be too far down by now.
Oh, I can also get rid of this.
Don't you have that strand of silver hair of hers?
That's not gonna prove anything.
Oh, you cut somebody's silver hair off. Did you kill Grandmama on the high seas?
Is there anything else valuable in here, or just?
There's some knick-knacky stuff. There's actually a rough world map that you do see there, which you don't see very often in these parts, especially.
All right.
You see some general big city locations marked on it. Some all of the major continents are marked on it, and there does appear to be some scribble on there. Give me Xena, since this would be something up your alley. Gosh, what would we call that? It's essentially it's like shorthand pirate writing. I'm not sure what you would do for a search on that or a detection.
I think
on
that would be in thieves. I think that would fall in the category of thieves camp, which like a special pirate language. But I
But
think
like a
Ozzy
pirate
would
can't, yeah.
Yeah, but Ozzy would already know it, right? So I don't think she
That's
would.
on varying levels, and even these can't. You have to roll to figure out what they're saying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Give me a perception
Investigation?
check.
Perception, okay.
Okay.
Perception, that's above a 10. You do see some notes. Essentially, what you do gather out of the basic notes that you're seeing very quickly in shorthand pirate, it's pointed to some of the bigger islands in the sea, and it's basically like, picked here, don't bother. to one of the bigger islands, and there's another one up further north on the shoreline. Small village, easy target.
Right.
So it's basically like really shorthand notes of places they've visited before and what their general perception was of the place. And there's a couple other marked places, but nothing of particular interest at the moment. Otherwise, just a general idea of some of the places they might have looted or attempted to loot.
Right.
Apparently, the islands are full of savages, and most of them aren't worth it. Because if you think Sumerians are savages, no, there's worse. You haven't met the Picts yet.
I know what Picts are. All right. Well, I wander out of the cabin, and I ask Roger and Gunter to go see if there's anything of value down in the hull.
As you're saying that, actually, they were already trying to work out the opening the grating. Roger quickly nods. "Aye, Cotton," and starts hopping down. Then Gunter's like, "Yes, sir," and starts quickly following after Roger as they start looking around.
Does the mage look like he's gonna wake up anytime soon?
You maybe hear the occasional moan of pain, but he's not going to like immediately wake up. He
Is
basically
there, like-
fainted and is barely recovering from his wounds.
Yes. I walk over. I just walk over and put my hand on his face and cast Cure Wounds on him.
All right. 6 hit points. That's enough of a sudden tingle that he just kind of And I think due to the fact that he pretty much died for a minute, I'm going to say his blindness is gone, so now he wakes up, suddenly looks up at you, and starts struggling with his bindings. Theobald's, actually, never did check for Theobald trying to bind him, but I'm going to say he took like 5 minutes to give it a good knot, so the guy's not going to get out of there easily.
Yeah, I just kind of smile and go, "Don't even bother. Even if you got free, you're not going anywhere. You have no companions left."
"Aye, you had to face me," says Theobald, who's still standing right next to him. He kind of blinks, looking up at Theobald, and then looking up at that large, long sword that's kind of lingering over his head at the moment. Just like he kind of quietly nods and gets the picture.
Yeah, and I go, and if he hadn't figured out, I also would have held my fist up and said, "And this is what knocked your tooth out."
You just kind of see him move his tongue around in his mouth. He does find a bare spot and just kind of.
So, what were you and your crew doing in these waters? You guys are kind of far from home, aren't you?
Kind of looks up at the black flag, looks back down to you. "What most of us do out here? You think the ocean is the only place for pirates?" He kind of starts to chuckle. The inner sea is full of wonderful opportunities if you know where to look."
So, your captain, where are the rest of her buddies in this sea right now?
You mentioned the captain and any of her friends. He kind of looks a little confused. I'm actually not sure where she's from, to be honest. I think she might be a West Coaster.
Oh, so you're a recent recruit.
He kind of begrudgingly is like, "Yeah."
I kind of smile and go, "Well, consider yourself lucky then, because that means you're not one of the people that killed my original crew."
You see his eyes kind of widen for a moment. "Our people killed your previous crew. I knew they were cutthroat, but why did they come after your ship?"
To be fair, I'm not honestly sure, because I wasn't a high-ranking member of the crew at the time. I just kind of was there for the bloodshed.
He kind of grimaces a little bit, but takes that as you will in stride.
What else? So, let's see. Do you know if she had any hidden treasure anywhere in the area?
Hidden treasure? Not in the area as such. I know she had people from the ocean that she frequently met with, and usually a good amount of her extra shares went to them. I'm not sure why. I'm willing to wager the few times we met and the oftentimes perturbed demeanor she had afterwards that she didn't like having to give them all the money.
Interesting. I go back into the cabin real quick and grab that map and bring it back out with me, and ask him if he can point on the map where she met with these people.
Alright, so with that, we're going to bring us back over to the world map over here for a moment. It takes him a few moments to try and read the map. He's a wizard, so he's no dummy, and obviously you know he's no dummy. He nods down towards, trying to figure out how you pronounce that. There's some funky names. He nods down towards, Kararazim, the city down here. She met them not too far outside the city there, closer to the river. It seems whoever it was visited from up the river and then went back again.
All right. That's kind of
It's even though there's a desert here, it's pretty obvious that there's likely a small stream or two that someone could come up with smaller boats on.
Right. Yeah, so I just make a couple notes on the map so that I remember.
I'll remember this for later.
I go, well, now we get to the interesting decision.
Interesting decision? Kinda now looking nervous.
I basically tell him, you can calm down. I'm not going to kill you.
You just see him start to lean back against the side of the boat.
You hear from the cabin, "Aww."
He quickly raises an eyebrow and looks in that general direction. He's familiar with that voice for casting spells at him.
I kind of raise my hand and go, you got one of two options. I hold both 2 fingers up. Option 1, you work for me now. Option 2, you stay tied up and we let you go when we get to port.
He kind of feels the tight bindings around his wrist. You know what? I think I could behave myself until we reach shore, and nervously smiles. Not even going to challenge you on that. He just saw most of his team massacred.
So wait, so he's saying he'll work for me?
He'll work for you at least until you get to shore.
All right. Okay, so yeah, he knows the ship better than we do. So I say I'm gonna discuss something with my crew real quick, and then I'll come back to untie you.
He kind of quietly nods, and Theobald nods. He'll stay close by, but he's not going to like hawkishly watch over the guy.
Right.
Just stay around long enough to make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble.
So I kind of signal like Theobald and Melena and Gareth to come over so I can talk with them for a minute. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not being like super secretive about this, because I don't care if the guy hears. Is say, so you think we should keep the new boat?
Theobald kind of looks. Go ahead.
Well, it certainly is more spacious.
Theobald does
would
take a
each-
look around.
We may even get a few more rooms for crew members.
She is a much nicer thing, ain't she? She's not as flashy and specially made for us, but she just has some qualities, doesn't she? Geralt
can
kind of
make
looks
adjustments.
around and is like, I like more dry land. Kind of slowly nods.
I mean, we can make modifications to the ship when we get to the next town.
That's true. Actually, we could possibly even transfer masts. Looking at the icons like from the bear you have on the front of the current boat.
Right. So,
Oh, speaking of which, maybe we should bring that down. Points up to the black flag that's still up.
oh yeah, I was actually gonna do that in a moment.
Mm.
Well, basically, what I'm gonna suggest is to Roger and Gunter are down in the hall. I'm assuming, so they're not
Yep,
up here.
they're probably just about ready to start coming back up. You probably hear footsteps coming. So if you're gonna wait for them for a moment, they do come back up.
Yeah. All right. So I tell the two of them to get any more of those hooks that they have and use them to secure our boat so that we can just kind of pull it along with us to the next town, because it'd be stupid to try and transfer the cargo across that plank.
Yeah, that would be a real pain in the ass, and who knows what'll happen in the meantime.
Right.
They do not. Roger's like, yeah, there's at least another 4 of them down there.
All right. So, and I tell Giselle and Conrad what's going on.
Yeah, they're kind of still sitting on the other boat, just making sure it keeps going.
Yes. So yeah, we'll bring the flag down there, and actually, I'll hold on to it. I'll hold on to it because that might be worth a bounty.
Actually, yeah, that might be worth something. Now that you mention it, I'm sure they know that flag around if enough people survived it.
And then
Gunther does report back to you, by the way, also outside the hooks and more rope. They did find another couple weeks worth of supplies just for the group that's already here.
Right.
Not that you're gonna need it, but hey, you got some free food.
Yeah. Less resupplying to do.
There's also that's only a small portion of the hold. The other portion of the same part of the hold was actually a couple of things of spices that were obviously stolen, and alongside them, not too far away, were a couple of stashes of apparently coinage. Not too big, but there's definitely at least a good portion of it there, along with a few more gems possibly, and some fancy art pieces.
So, Captain, what do you want to name the new ship?
I'm gonna sleep on that. I don't know yet. But I walk over to the mage and pull out my dagger and cut his ropes.
Well, whatever you guys decide to name it, it can't be any worse than the ship in Critical Role.
I don't know what that is because I don't watch Critical Role.
They named it the Ball Eater.
Yeah, it can't be worse than that.
I forget I think it was the Squall Eater was originally what it was called. So the tiefling being what she is, agent of chaos, Ball Eater. There, ta-da.
But I tell the mage guy that he can just help us with, controlling the ship until we get there, because we don't really got a full size crew for 2 ships.
Help with steering the ship. I get some of the mechanics of it, sure. Goes to help with the figuring out the steering. Which, by the way, I assume that I'm gonna assume that after a little while you do finally get the boat hooked up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. How would you? Actually, yeah, you probably would just drag it behind, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I was saying we'd probably just tow it, all the way to port.
Yeah. And take our Jolly Roger off of the keel boat and put it on this one.
Stash it away for a rainy day when it's needed. And get everybody on board. And I have to go back to the map layer and move this out of the way.
Well, this is one way to upgrade our ship quickly.
Now you're suddenly wishing you could have put more stuff in the hold, but then it probably would sink the original keel boat.
Right.
All right. Also, I'm also going to say that outside of captain's quarters, inside of the quarters up here, there are definitely enough quarters down below for people to find a place to sleep.
Right.
Basically, the bottom floor of the boat is all the storage and all the stolen goods as well as food. Then the floor above that is sleeping quarters and mess hall. And then you got the top floor, which is outside, and the front of the captain's quarters.
So,
Speaking of which, by the way, also the captain's quarters has a nice double door out the back to a small, tiny balcony, so you can watch out the back of the boat if you want to.
okay. So, now I was just kind of thinking to ourselves out loud. Now that we've got a bigger boat, the first new crew member we need is a cook.
Theobald passes by you as you allow mention a cook. That wouldn't be a bad problem.
Actually, I was going to originally do this, Azina, but Phoebo feels a hand on his shoulder.
Oh.
And Nail's digging in and he goes, "Are you saying there's something wrong with my cooking?"
Slowly turns around. No, but I'm usually the one that cooks.
And
He is usually the one that cooks.
I thought it was Elena the last 2 times. So.
I think you did like once or twice.
You've done it a couple of times, but usually it's either been him or Geralt tries it and almost burns it the first time.
Right.
I only cooked once. I made that stew. That was it.
Right. She's still digging her nails at him.
The cleric raises a gauntleted hand and tries to swipe your hand away. Stop that.
Stop it. The pair replies, "Stop it." It'd be funny if rather than skulls, he just associated saying that with Velena doing anything weird.
Stop it. Stop it.
But yeah, we're at the 11 o'clock. So.
Yep, we are actually at the perfect time to end this for tonight. So we will continue the rest of the day and the day after tomorrow, or next time, not tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll continue this next time. Otherwise, I believe next week should be the Star Wars game again.
Yep.
Right.
All right. So that's gonna be it for tonight. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you all later.